The SEC admits they got the rule wrong. This isn't the first time this has happened to Auburn.
In the world full of podcasts, he's the undisputed heavyweight champion of hot takes, an Auburn sports homer, master of the boog, and message board legend. Get your buttons buttoned and your hats flattened because the Top Button Podcast is about to kick off. And you don't want to miss your courtside seat. Now, here's your host, Charlie Five.
Yes, sir. We're back. It's another episode of the Top Button Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Rush, a.k.a. Charlie Five, and we are ready to get after it. I got my man, Reese Dismukes, ready to break down the game. We're going to talk a little bit more about officiating. This is not the only time that the SEC has told Auburn, hey, we got it wrong. So we're going to talk about that and how you overcome all of that adversity in game when it seems like everything's going against you. We're going to dive into the offense, particularly the offensive line and everything that goes along with what we saw on Saturday. And then we're going to talk about the outlook for the season. Look, even with everything that happened, you still had a shot to win the game. So obviously there's some positives you can point to. We're going to dive into all that in just a second. But before we do that, let's give a quick shout out to rowback.com. Use coupon code BARN20 to take 20% off your order. Polos, hoodies, pullovers, shorts, joggers, bathing suits, hats. Doesn't matter, man. They got everything. So show them some love. Save big. It's rowback.com. Reese, my man, the officiating seems to have keyed in on being the biggest storyline of the game. And it's not just Auburn, people. It does feel like it's been pretty unanimous with even other teams. Pretty much every team you ask, except for Oklahoma, feels like Auburn kind of got jobbed, especially with the obviously the deception play that the SEC official office. I think it's pretty rare for them to put out a public statement like that. But you said, hey, it's not very uncommon. It's happened to you guys before when you played, that the SEC basically comes out occasionally and says, yeah, we got it wrong.
Yeah, when it happened to us against Texas A&M in 2014, I'm not sure if they did the whole Instagram post. I mean,
Yeah.
Instagram wasn't even really social media was nowhere near like it was. It was, hey, the coaches called us and Coach Lashley told us, we're talking about right now with 2014 Texas A&M, where Nick Marshall and we had a miscommunication, and I ended up snapping the ball as Nick was coming up to make call another play. So the way that it works was when you go to change the play, the quarterback is supposed to say, hey, check, 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 and then we tell the play or call the play. Instead of doing that, we're kind of in a rush. It's 2-minute situation. We're going down to win the game. We had went shot for shot with them, and Nick called white minute. The play was white Dallas, so the cadence is white, white, go. Well, instead of saying check, 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 Nick says white Minnesota. Well, I hear that first white, and my time clock goes off. All right.
Yeah.
So you don't even really hear anything after that. Right. So I end up snapping the ball, and I was the only one that moved. And since people were in motion, Nick was walking up and that we weren't set. It should have been a snap infraction, and two, a procedure, like a not whatever they call the formation.
Illegal
A
formation. Yeah.
legal
Legal procedure.
formation.
Yeah.
Yeah, legal procedure. And the SEC had, come to Coach Lashley told us on Sunday that, hey, that the leagues that be, the powers that be had said that, that should have been called. So, I mean, hell, I wish that they would have got that right. I mean,
Yeah.
I probably had, I mean, there was social media around then, because I bet I had 100+ death threats after that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's taking it a little too serious. A
Yeah.
lot of too serious.
It
Way
is
too
what it
serious.
is. I mean, that was pretty much our playoff hopes at that point were kind of shot. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I get people being frustrated. I mean, I ended up taking the fall for it, even though it really kind of were. I mean, it was my fault and Nick's fault, honestly. I mean, both
Yeah.
of us should have been better there, but um, it is what it is. I mean, as far as this game here, I mean, I thought the officials. I mean, it is what it is. That fumble at the beginning of the game, I mean, that was bullshit. I mean, that was complete bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a touchdown. I mean, that guy caught the ball, took 3 steps, and then guy makes a great tackle, and we score a touchdown, and they say it's not a catch. I mean, that's bullshit. But you
Yeah.
can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the false starts we had, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah,
the
exactly. Like
pass interference, I mean, they gave up. They came back on that 4th and 6 in the second half. I mean, that when that ball is thrown out of bounds, I mean, that was a makeup call there for that double pass. I mean,
oh
so
yeah. Yeah.
I
They
mean,
called more on us. Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, that was a makeup call for the double pass where that was clearly pass interference. I mean, there was multiple times, even on some of the touchdown plays where, they could have called pass interference, but they didn't. You can see them grabbing their flag, but they're like, "Oh, we called it." I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't obviously dwell on in the game, but like when something like that happens, you got to have somebody to kind of point to, not point to. You got to have somebody you can kind of lean on that sort of rallies the troops and says, "Look, guys, we got to put it behind us." Do you see that person on offense right now, or even on defense? Like it's really hard for me. I don't know really if there's that one like alpha dog quite yet that's emerged that can sort of turn the tide, so to speak, when something starts to go off the rails. And maybe that's just a college football thing across the board now, when with a bunch of dudes leaving and coming, and you're not there for
It's
3 to
all
4
me,
years.
me, me, me now.
Yeah,
It's frustrating. I mean, I don't necessarily. I mean, it looked like at times, Connor and Jackson were, hey, let's go, let's go. I mean, you kind of see that. I mean, um, I think Coleman, he's a dog.
yeah,
It doesn't really seem. I mean, defense. I mean, good lord, they played their butts off. I mean, I
sure,
don't. I mean, it seems like they're playing well as a unit. I mean, offensive line. I really don't see anybody who's just standing out from a leadership standpoint.
yeah.
Maybe that does have to do with, hey, these guys are coming and going. I mean, I think that kind of starts in the coach's room.
Yeah.
You have to demand that. And are we doing that right now? I'm not totally sure.
You went ahead and mentioned the offensive line. Let's jump into that because you and I may have a slightly different point of view, and I may get you to change my mind here. So we're going to jump into offensive line and just season outlook here in just a second. We'll be back right after this. All right, the offensive line. If penalties and whatnot were the number one storyline, it seems like offensive line is been right there behind it as giving up, I guess, 10 sacks is the final number. So apparently that's like the program record for a single game for Oklahoma. And
Glad I don't hold that record.
yeah, glad you're not on that list for the line that gave up that record. But look, I tried to look at it I try to be a little bit sympathetic to the offensive line because I feel like when things go bad, everybody automatically points to the offensive line. And I try to look at the whole picture. And from my point of view, the one thing I wanted to go do is I got into PFF and I was looking at time to throw, which is I got the stat wrong, which in the definition of the stat wrong when I initially looked at it. And to me, when I found the correct definition, it makes it even worse. The average time to throw for the NFL is 2.5 seconds. In other words, the average quarterback gets the ball out in 2.5 seconds in the NFL. Jackson's was over 3 seconds, 3.06 seconds, which means he had even longer than 3 seconds to make a decision if that was the average time to get it out. So from my, observer point of view, that's not really, I'm not a football coach. I didn't play offensive line, but it seemed like to me, just as an observer, it looked like to me the offensive line was giving him time to make decisions for whatever reason, whether it was Jackson himself, the play design, or whatever, he just wasn't able to pull the trigger. And I think that led to more sacks than just playing poorly. You may disagree. Change my mind. Am I
Well,
crazy?
I think some of them, like later, especially in the second half, I think some of those were like QB runs, QB draws, QB counters, just based looking at the play. Um, and it didn't seem like, that where it's really a tackle for loss. I
Yeah,
think so I think the 10 sacks is kind of skewed a little bit
sure.
there. But man, you got to give your hats off to Venables. I mean, he dialed it up, man, all
Yeah,
day. It seemed like he has Hughes' number.
yeah,
I mean, I mean, he was giving them different looks every play, not some unique looks. I mean, there was at times, I mean, we have 8 people in the box. They have 8 people in the box, no high safety, and we're trying to run the ball. I mean, I didn't really understand why we were getting in these heavy sets, with 2 tight ends and a back, and then I mean, if you get in that look there and they got no high safety, I mean, hell, we gotta throw it to one of these guys outside. I mean
yeah,
it seemed like we weren't able to really understand what they were giving us and have an answer for it. Like there was no okay against the zone or against the man. Like here's the option. It seemed like we just had plays that were dialed up that it was like, hey, well, if it doesn't work, it's like just scramble. And then
yeah.
then they were they Oklahoma was spying on Jackson just because of his legs. So after he holds the ball for 3-4 seconds, then the D line's not stopping. I mean, Oklahoma has a very good D line, as we saw. They were he tried to get outside the pocket, and like, this ain't Baylor, this is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We're they could run them down. I mean, another thing that was really frustrating was the fact that we were using it looked like we were using the same cadence that we use at home, with the whole clap deal and the quarterbacks calling the cadence. I mean, that was a big reason for all these false starts. I mean,
Yeah.
I put that on the coaching staff. I mean, I can't believe that we were doing the normal cadence. One, I've never been in an offense where we do the clap like that.
I was
That
going to
is
ask you that.
no, I don't even know what the hell that is. But
Yeah.
I mean, uh, I was always looking with my look. I get it. You don't want the center looking through his legs, so then you go to the guard and you tap on the center, and then the center does a head nod, and it's all on timing. And you're looking at the ball like when we did it at Auburn. I was looking through my legs. Nick picks his foot up. I come up, do my head. As soon as my head comes back to the center, you say Auburn, and you snap the ball. Okay, so that's the timing. But when you get in these road situations, these guys on the outside, they need to be looking at the ball. That's just part of the game.
Yeah.
Instead of listening for a clap. And then, I guess you snap on the clap. I don't even know. Snap on the clap, or is it
Two
clap and
seconds
then
after the clap
and
or three
yeah.
seconds after the clap. I'm with you. I don't really understand
I
that.
mean,
But that,
a lot of things sound like a clap on a football field. Like, I
yeah.
mean, hell, the defense can look at the guy next to him, like trying to get his attention. I just
Well,
don't fully understand that.
yeah, you remember, I guess it was, what year was it? It was maybe 2017 when Auburn was playing Alabama, and they had the snap issues where they would just snap it past Jalen Hurts. And they were saying that Auburn, they were doing the clap. Like, I guess the
Mhm.
clap's like the big thing now. There's that
It's a
whole
new
clip of,
thing.
there's a whole clip of his, I guess it's Jackson Dart in the quarterback room with John Gruden. And he goes, "Let me hear your cadence." And he goes, and he just claps. I don't really have that. Um, so yeah, the clap just seems kind of like the thing. I was going to ask you exactly that. Like, how do you do that? But yeah, you mentioned a couple of false starts are on the guard, like we're on the guard, and like you're right there beside the football. It's right there. Like,
Well, they're
why?
not looking at the ball; they're just
Yep.
waiting on that clap.
Yeah,
And
which is
that's the issue on the road. I mean, you got to go. I mean, when we were at Auburn, we'd go in the indoor and they would literally have those speakers going. I mean, you couldn't hear yourself think. I mean, it
Yeah.
was, yeah, I mean, I kind of liked it actually because it was like, okay, hey, I'm not waiting on a cadence. I mean, hell, we're not going to be able to hear anything today. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't even make your calls. It's really difficult. So you practice being in that situation. I'm sure they're still doing something similar to that, and maybe the clap has just worked for them. But I mean, you get in a tough environment like this, and I think you have to be able to say, okay, I mean, after that first start, I think you have to adjust to, hey, we need to go on silent here. It didn't seem like, I mean, from the whole game, it didn't seem like we made much adjustments. I mean, it looked like in the second half, maybe we were getting hat on a hat better in the run game, but from the cadence to, you know we didn't even really trust the run game at all.
Yeah.
And then the penalties, I mean, being behind the chains, I mean, we at times we were able to, you know, whether we got a horse collar penalty on us. I mean, that got us the first down. That was kind of a bailout there. Jackson had a big run for a first down, early in the game, and then again there late in the game. I want to say on that fourth down.
4th and 11. Yeah.
Yeah, 4th and 11. I mean, that was a great run. Um, I mean, I think the most frustrating thing to me, and I think like every Auburn fan and probably yourself included, is that we look like the better team there on
Oh,
on Saturday,
yeah.
and to to walk out of there as bad as we played up front. I mean, as bad as we played up front. I mean, the offensive line. I mean, they got a lot of stuff to correct. I mean, it seemed like the effort is not there, and we're just leaning on people, and we're turning a lot. I mean, especially in the run game, like we're not going to the right backer at times, like the on inside zone, like we're both the backside tackle and the front side guard are working to the same guy. I mean, when you get in these big boxes and you got tight ends involved, like everybody has to know where they're going. Now, was the noise affecting that, or did we not rep that enough? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, and they were getting in bare front and twisting us. I mean, and it's like a few times, he is holding the ball long, but like Jeremiah Wright's watching the guy run by him, and he's just looking at the guy, and it's like, dude, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like you got to play into the. I mean, it's like my guys, I mean, hell, my offensive line here is, like that is a loaf. I mean, that is a loaf. You can't have it. I mean, that's bullshit. That's how your team gets beat.
Yeah.
And then like you getting bull rushed. I mean, like even look at the last play of the game. The right tackle's getting bull rushed. Jeremiah Wright's not blocking anybody. And I mean, at that point, what you're taught to do as an offensive lineman is your buddy's getting bull rushed. Go knock the guy out. I
Yeah.
mean, look at the Georgia game in 2013 when we threw the ball to Ricardo Lewis, the Miracle and Jordan Hare. Watch Chad Slade what he goes and does to the guy on Avery Young. I
Yeah.
mean, he goes and takes a shot. I mean, that's an opportunity to take a shot. I mean, it's like we're not being physical. I
Mm.
mean, and that the big thing. I mean, we lost the line of scrimmage up front on the offense. I mean,
Yep.
and I think our defense won the line of scrimmage on their side. I mean,
Sure.
until they didn't even give up a touchdown until what, the last drive of the game for Oklahoma. I
Well,
mean, but we were getting zero movement. And it didn't seem like we were had a hat on a hat either. So when you're not getting any movement and you're not getting a hat on a hat, I mean, there's an extra guy. The back's got to make a guy miss every time. I mean, you're not going to have a good day.
yeah, we mentioned that was going to be the key. Was going to be the key matchup that would decide the game was Auburn's offensive line and Oklahoma's defensive line. That matchup, and they definitely won impressively, and really made things tough for Auburn. So,
Yeah.
looking
And we couldn't
forward,
couldn't complete a throw either. I mean, we're missing receivers wide open.
yeah, couple
You
of
know,
no doubt touchdowns. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, like that's just frustrating, and then the whole run game, it's like we ran the ball to the outside 3 times. The first time we did it was a buck sweep to the right. We got
12 yards.
15
Yeah.
yards. The second time we did it was a 3rd and 28 down at the end, and I think Jeremiah Cobb got 8 yards, and then we ran the buck sweep to Singleton. And he scored a touchdown. So it's, I think we only ran the ball 13 times. We didn't trust it. We
Yeah.
didn't trust it, and it was like we got to take a shot, and then we weren't completing the shots, and you're playing behind the chains all day. I mean, that's a hard place to play.
Yeah, yeah. Up until very, very late in the game, your best second down was 2nd and 9 for the longest time. You were just first
Yeah.
down was just
It's a
non-existent.
tough place to call plays.
For sure, for sure. Even with all that being said, Reese, even with everything we just said, all the things that went wrong, Auburn had the ball to drive to win the game. They had a drive that went 95 yards or 90 plus yards the series before. You scored a touchdown, you took the lead, and then you had it again with 4.5 minutes left. You had a chance to win the game. So I don't think Oklahoma is no good. I think Oklahoma is a really good football team.
Yeah, I
Auburn has a
agree.
really good defense. You played good enough to have a chance to win. You got to take something positive away from that. You got to look at, man, if we can correct the little things, the low-hanging fruit type stuff, you could have walked away from Oklahoma with maybe even a 2-touchdown win.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. I
am I way
think
off there?
no, I don't I mean I think it may have been a little closer, but I mean definitely we left a lot out there. I think positives, I mean, or I would say another negative. I mean the I don't know what's going on with our special teams, and I think Lunsford is a hell of a guy.
Yeah,
But like special teams is like a unit type deal, and I think this kind of goes back to our whole, the day we're in college football is a lot of me, me, me. But
sure.
it seems like there was two drives. I think one in the first half, maybe one in the second half. They might have both been in the first half that we get a what was one we shouldn't have took it out of the end zone, right? I mean
Yeah,
the punt return. I mean, then another time we get a penalty and it's half the distance to the goal. I mean, we're starting backed up, under
yeah,
minus 10-yard line, and we have two shots and we get out of there. I mean, one, I think we went down and got a field goal. But I mean, that was very a positive, to be backed up. I mean, in that situation, your goal as an offense is get one first down, then punt the ball. And
yeah,
that's considered a win for that series. Well, both of those times we got a first down. One time we got points. Next time, I think we we phased out after we got the first down. I think that's when we got like 8 false starts in a row. But the in our kicker, good God, we got no kicker outside of whatever distance we're in. I
yeah.
mean, we
It's like 35
we
yards in the end. We're good.
might need to have a campus tryout, okay, or get somebody from the soccer team, okay,
Yeah,
because we cannot kick anything over whatever McPherson can do,
yeah.
and thank God he's okay. But man, we got to get another kicker who can hit something at distance.
Exactly. You got to have those clutch field goals, those 45 yarders. How many of those did you guys make? To help put games
Daniel
away.
Carlson and Cody Parkey, I mean, two of the best to do it, and then Wes Byram before him. I mean, he could stroke it, man. I mean, first, what is it, Florida? I mean,
Yeah,
hell, the chomp. I mean,
yeah.
Wes,
2 in a row.
yeah, Wes Byram was the man. But yeah, I mean, look, the defense played lights out. I mean, special teams, we got a punt, the punt deal with a bad snap. I mean, that's how you get fired as a long snapper. Okay.
Yeah,
Like these kids are getting paid now, I
yeah.
mean, hell, hopefully he got a reduction in pay. I
Fine. Can you
mean,
find? Yeah,
I mean something. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, that's the one job you guys to snap the damn football, and you do that. I mean,
yeah. Exactly. Speaking of fines, Reese, whenever you were for the time you were the Panthers, right?
mhm.
Did you ever get fined?
No, no, no.
No.
I wasn't on the field, so I couldn't get fined.
I just checking.
I may have been fined in the offensive line room for being sensitive a time or two, but no, that never by the league officials. No.
I got you. Good deal. Well, guys, that's good stuff. Good conversation around the offensive line. There's definitely stuff you can build on, but man, you got to clean up the little things that continue to plague you and continue to hinder you from winning these big games. So really appreciate you guys listening. We'll be back again soon. It's another episode of the Top Button Podcast. Stay buttoned.
Thanks for listening, and drive home safely.